Hi everyone, Chris from ClearShield Australia. Look, I just wanted to put together this quick video today to give you a full overview of the restore process that we go through when treating glass with ClearShield. I've got an existing shower behind me that's probably 10 or 15 years old, which is quite badly water stained and damaged, so it will give a real good example of exactly what the ClearShield product does, how our whole renovation and protection system works, and some really good before and after shots of how the glass behaves before treatment and after. Now, if you wanted to know a little bit about the ClearShield product, as you'll see from behind me, it's more than just a single product like many of the other sort of glass surface protection products on the market. So you'll see we've got a pre-cleaner and water spot remover, we've got glass renovators and neutralizer, and then the sort of gold standard product, which is the Eco-Glass Protect, which is what actually provides the overall chemical bonding to the glass substrate and will change the performance of the glass. So what makes ClearShield different? I think if you look at the makeup of it, it's the only glass surface treatment that's polymeric resin. So what this means is it's able to chemically bond to the substrate of the glass, so it's not just providing a coating to the glass like many other products that are essentially temporary water repellents or sol gel products. So those nano coats and coating type products, what they're going to do is they're going to wear down over time, they're going to crack because they're a coating that is sitting on top of the glass, whereas the ClearShield product as a polymer resin is actually going to bond chemically to the substrate of the glass and become one with the glass. So it's actually very, very difficult to take off glass once it is bonded, and that just means that you're going to get better longevity, better performance and greater clarity once that glass is sealed and protected. And not only that, the ClearShield is going to turn your glass surface into a non-stick surface, which is going to reduce both the frequency requirements of cleaning and make, when you are cleaning, a lot easier, a lot less harsh chemicals and other things in order to get that glass clean and keep it clean. So without further delay, let's get on to actually treating this glass, and I'll start by showing you the damage on the glass as well. So the easiest way for me to do this is actually just to get the shower running and heat it up, and that way hopefully on camera you'll be able to see the contamination and the damage along with the way that the water sits on the glass, and this is going to change significantly as we go through the treatment process with ClearShield. Now, for the purpose of this restoration video, I'm going to focus on treating just this one single panel behind me, and that's going to give us a comparative with this existing panel which is currently not treated, so you'll see the before and after of how the two behave differently after being treated with ClearShield. Now, as I mentioned, the easiest way for me to demonstrate the water staining is actually just to heat up the shower, and then you'll start to see the contamination on that panel. So that panel is not actually wet at the moment, but it's just showing, I guess, the underlying contamination that sits on the glass. So all of that water staining is just contamination that's sitting in the pores of the glass, and that's going to sit and continue there and just to continue to damage and deteriorate that glass over its lifetime. So with our treatment, all of that is going to be removed, and we're going to get you a nice clear piece of glass again. And I'll just quickly flick the shower back on and just show you how the water behaves on that glass as well. So here now with glass running, you'll see that it'll clear off a lot of that existing stain while there's the weight of water on it, and you'll see that whilst there's weight of water, it's actually going to run off the glass. And once that running water stops, what you've got is you've got these droplets of water that are sitting on the glass, and the reason why they're sitting there is because they're attaching to the contamination on the glass, and that's going to happen right the way down. So whilst there is weight of water, as you'll see, as that weight starts to evaporate further down here, you're just seeing more and more droplets of water and contamination just sitting on that glass. So that's what we're now going to remove. So the first part of our treatment process is just to clean the glass with our pre-cleaner. So this is just diluted in cold water and just applied to the glass. So this is just applied just liberally with a T-sock onto the glass. It's just going to give it a nice basic clean to help us start the treatment process. So now that we've got that glass nice and clean from a pre-clean perspective, what we're going to do is apply this water spot remover just using a mild abrasive pad, and there's actually some abrasive in the water spot remover as well, which is just going to help break down that contamination that's in the glass before we actually treat it with the renovator. So this is an additional process which is going to improve the clarity of the glass and clean it a little bit further, and more of a deep clean. So now that our water spot removing is done, it's just a very quick hose off with some water before we start the renovation process. So the next step in the process is to actually get the glass fully chemically clean, which we do by just applying this glass renovator just on a T-sock. It only needs to stay on the glass for 30 seconds to a minute, and it will just by itself just eat away all of that contamination that's remaining on the glass after the water spot remover has done its thing. So we'll put this on. And as you see, everything's in liquid form, so we have no spray, so you don't have any airborne contaminants or anything of that nature with ClearShield. So as you see, that renovator is just applied very liberally. It just sits on the glass and it's just going to eat away contamination itself. And then we're just going to hose that one off as well. Now, if ever there was an argument for treating new glass, then this pane of shower glass would be a good example of that. So what you won't have seen on the video is I've spent somewhere between an hour and 90 minutes just working on that glass to remove the water staining and the contamination using our water spot remover and our renovator product. And it's finally got that to a point now where it doesn't have contamination, and from a water staining perspective it's as chemically clean as the glass is going to get. It's also a good argument against some of the other temporary water repellent and solid gel products I mentioned, because they don't come with those products within them. If you're lucky, you may get a pre-cleaner with it, or it may just be the product on its own, but there's nothing in there that's going to help you renovate that glass to bring it back to its original condition. So once that's chemically clean, we just put a neutralizer on it, which is again just a liquid product that goes on with a towel, and that's just going to make the glass dry, which is going to aid with the ClearShield bonding. So we'll just quickly put this on. And straight after, now that that surface is neutralised, it's just on with the ClearShield, which is again just a wipe on with a cloth. It just goes directly onto the glass and will start to bond. It's about a 20-minute cure. And this glass will be sealed and protected for the next 10 to 15 years. So now that we've been through that sort of 20-minute cure time, now it's just simply a case of wiping off, or actually running water and rinsing off the ClearShield, and then just wiping off the excess resin, and then we'll show you the after effect of exactly how the glass behaves. So as you'll see now, not only is the glass sort of a lot clearer than it was, we'll put some water on it and show you the difference with the glass now upgraded to ClearShield non-stick Eco-Glass. And just notice as the water hits, nothing's sticking to the glass, and that water will just run straight off. There's another comparative. We'll give you a difference between the treated panel and the untreated panel with running water on it. So this is your treated panel, and as you see, the water just runs off, and it's obviously a nice clean panel, whereas on the untreated panel, again, the weight of the water will help it run off, but as you can see, there's all the contamination and dirt sticking to the glass still, which is all these droplets here, whereas everything here is just running away. So quite a different surface here, and that's where dirt and grime is just going to continue to build up on the untreated glass, whereas the treated glass, nice and clear,
nothing sticking to it to maintain contamination.